Hi, it's Karen, and today I have a card featuring one of the new stamp sets from Clearly Besotted called Simple Silhouettes, which is part of the February 2015 release. So it's not available as I'm speaking right now, but it will be soon. I'm using my latest gadget. I'm a total gadget freak, so when I saw this new MISTI come onto the market, I had to get in there and get one. I've only had it a few days, so I'm still getting used to it, and this is really the first time I've had a proper play with it. Unfortunately, I didn't remember to pick up the paper pad that Ileana from My Sweet Petunia sells to go with it, and I also forgot to get the magnets. So I did try and find them on Amazon, but sadly I didn't look at the details, and what I actually ordered were these tiny little nonsense magnets that aren't really any use at all. They're really small. The ones that are recommended and which are any good are about 10 times bigger than that. They came in this little pot with all kinds of hazard signs all over it, so obviously they're not the kind of thing you want to leave around with the children. The stamp set comprises of lots of lovely foliage images and floral images. I'm going to be building up the card focal point using the small jug and then some of the foliage images on top. I'm starting with a card panel cut from Nina White cardstock, 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Because I didn't get the magnets, then obviously I need to keep my paper in place, my cardstock in place, so I'm just going to use a little bit of post-it tape just to keep that kind of from moving around too much. Ideally you do need the magnets. If you are thinking of picking up the MISTI, I do highly recommend that you get the magnets along with them. I have ordered some now, but they're going to take a wee while to come. It's what I get for rushing and not picking them up in the first place, and also for not looking at the details on the actual information when I ordered them from Amazon. Okay, so I'm starting with the basis of my image, which is the little jug from the stamp set, which I'm using the MISTI. Obviously I've put the image where I want it to be, picked it up with the MISTI, and then I'm stamping it in surf blue Simon Says stamp dye ink. It's quite a pale image that you get, but the beauty of using the MISTI is that obviously you can, oops, sorry about the camera wobble there. I've got a temporary setup. I'm recording this on my iPhone, so I can't actually zoom out very well. And like I say, it's a very temporary setup I've got at the moment. Yes, and it does get knocked a wee bit because it's just sitting beside me here. Okay, so now I'm just going to start to take different images from the stamp set and gradually just build them up. I'm going to speed up the next portion of the video because you don't need to see me do everything in real time. So I'm just picking out the images that I want to use to build up my design. I'm stamping the leaves and foliage parts in combination of Green Hills from Hero Arts, Field of Greens, and also some Peel Paint Distress marker, just to kind of vary the greens a little bit. I'm also adding colour to some of the floral parts of these images using distress markers, mainly in Morn Lipstick and then little highlights of picked raspberry, just to give it a little bit more depth and variety to the overall colours. Obviously I'm having to double stamp a fair few of these. These are new stamps and I haven't actually conditioned them at all, so often if you're using a stamp for the first time, then you may find that you need to add that second layer of ink. And if you've got the MISTI, then that's actually a very easy thing to do, because you can just ink up the stamp. It remains in exactly the same place, and providing you've not moved your paper at all, it should just line up perfectly well. So that's really one of the key things about the MISTI is how it allows you to do that kind of thing. Obviously I've gone ahead and built up this focal point image to the point where I'm quite happy. I don't really want to add any more. Obviously I had to just mask over the bottom part of the vase there, just to stop that stem from looking like it was sticking out at the bottom. So I've added a little bit of colourless blender. I saw Dawn Woolslegel the other day, one of her latest amazing videos that she does, and she used dye ink with her designs when she was doing one of her detailed roses, and so she stamped it with the dye ink, but then lifted some of the colour out with the colourless blender, and the difference that it made was just incredible. She's just such a legend. So I've kind of slightly been inspired by her. You can't tell where I've done mine, it's not that impressive, but that's where the inspiration came from anyway. I am learning on that one, and I do intend to try one of those techniques that she demonstrates so beautifully. So I've finished, I've added some colour to the water and to the jug itself. Sorry, I keep knocking that camera, and you probably feel quite seasick by now. So I'm just adding the final sentiment with smoke dye ink from Simon Says Stamp. And to finish the card off, I'm just putting it on a panel of Aqua Mist cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, just to give a very tiny kind of outline around, just to make it stand off against the white card base, which I've just popped the panel on with some foam adhesive. And just as a last little finishing touch, because I just can't help myself, I've just added a little bit of Wink of Stella, clear Wink of Stella to the flowers, and a little bit on the jug. Just add that tiny bit of sparkle. And then that's the card finished. Thank you for watching.